back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast, where today we're talking NWA Saturday Night on TBS from June the 30th, 1990. This is the Thanksgiving edition of BTT. That means later in this show, we will re-air the entire segment on how to bless your family's Thanksgiving meal BTT style. And also, as a reminder, since it's Thanksgiving, Pro Wrestling Tees is running their annual sale on our PWT store. No promo code is needed. You'll save 20% off your entire order when you purchase something for yourself or others on Pro Wrestling Tees. Anytime between November 23rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time and Monday, November 29th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's the time the sale runs on PWTs. Go pick up a shirt. All right, Doc, I'm sitting here with you and Harper. Harper was early today, so I'm going to ask Harper how he's doing first. Harper, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Kicking ass.
Eating ass, too?
Oh, did y'all see that car that Hyundai's coming out? The Hyundai Heritage Series?
Doc?
I haven't been welcomed into the show yet. I don't know how to handle this.
Mike, let him in. He's like a vampire. You have to invite him in the house for him to come in.
Doc, will you just answer the man's question? I mean, it's no secret.
I'm doing good. Harper, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Google it right now.
What's it called?
It's called the Hyundai Heritage Series, where they got these cars that look like cars from the 1980s that they're coming out. They look like the Dodge sedan that your mom would drop you off.
Nobody wants that shit.
Wow, look at this.
You know who would buy that? Motherfuckers that are sitting around thinking that baseball's still relevant. That's who's going to buy that shit. I could use a really good quality mid-size sedan, boxy, and it looks like 1986 when the Mets and the Red Sox were really giving it all out there on the diamond, if you will.
Doc Gooden. You see it, Mike?
I'm looking at it. This is one of those things, Harper, that I actually like it, but I wouldn't want it.
I wish it was bigger. If it was like a big full-size car.
So it's like herpes. You like it, but you don't want it.
Yeah.
Not quite like herpes. I mean, it's kind of cool because it's retro.
The interior is nice.
Just because things are retro don't make it cool.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it is. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I mean, the fucking PT Cruiser.
Nobody needs that.
Again,
the only people
it looks cool,
the people
but
that drive PT Cruisers are the same people that go to baseball games and score them while they're there.
Boy, he's still digging in on baseball. Wow. I remember going to a Ranger game years ago, and I'm sitting there, and there's this old fuddy-duddy, man. That's exactly what he was doing. Scoring every pitch, hit, pitcher, chain. I was like, brother.
What?
Get you one of these cell phone gimmicks that does all of it for you.
Bro, the kind of people that do that are like, remember, Mike, how when we were kids, you used to get the hurricane tracking map from fucking Wendy's?
Yes.
And they would say, okay, put out your hurricane tracking map. Today, hurricane so-and-so at this and this coordinates. You would, as a kid with a pencil and fucking draw it on a fucking map. That's the kind of people that fucking do shit like that.
We never had the internet back then. That's the difference. I mean, this thing looks pretty cool, but I wouldn't want it. I definitely wouldn't spend my money on this vehicle.
If it was bigger, I think it would be cool. Like if it looked like an old, like a Chrysler Imperial or something like that. But
I actually could see Doc driving this because he's just a goofy looking somebody, and he would fit this perfectly.
Thanks.
No problem.
Fucking dick.
Wow, that's nice.
I'm not thankful for your punk ass.
Okay, this is how you're going to treat me on the Thanksgiving show,
That's
huh?
how you started it, by treating me. He's a goofy ass. He drive this. Fuck you.
Okay, that's nice. Shout out to Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Mike Childry, and Joe Ice. The plan is Blassie will be coming back on the show soon. When that will be, not sure, but stay tuned. It could be happening sooner rather than later. And then another quick shout out to a returning Patreon member, Jasper J. Thank you for coming back. Doc, you seem a little salty today. Is everything okay? I mean,
I'm great, man. Did you see the Cowboys 40-point win, 16-1? best team in the NFC, looking for the number 1 seed. Just an amazing weekend of football. Meanwhile, y'all let Half Pint go over on y'all, which is ridiculous and shameful.
The fucking kicker's dog shit. How you miss 2 fucking extra points, bro?
Well, you don't keep doing it, that's for sure.
Yeah. At least he was consistent.
I put out a call for I figure Bishop Sycamore may have a kicker we can use.
There you go.
Just looking for some help there. Anybody listening from Bishop Sycamore, get at me. I'll put you in touch with my people from the Saints. Shit happens, you know. It's all a work. What can you get upset about? I tell you what depresses me, Doc. You know what depresses me? Let me tell you. When you start seeing college basketball games airing, you know what that means? It means college football is about to end. And that is depressing.
Yeah.
That is very, very upsetting and depressing.
Why?
Because it is. You wouldn't know, though, because you don't like things that
everything
are very tasteful.
dies.
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Whatever.
Now, Harper, I got to know. Did you see the thing this week about the girl singer that peed on that dude's face? Okay, I need you to go Google brass again. Wait, was that what it's called?
Is this the thing you told me about earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot job.
Brass against.
Brass?
It's brass. Like the brass instrument. It's like a bunch of like horns and stuff, and they do like 90s songs, and they got this sister singing for them. They do like Rage Against the Machine and Tool and stuff.
Oh.
But she was at a concert, and she peed on somebody's face. And knowing that you're fun with female liquids, I thought maybe you would be a fan of theirs.
Well, it's on purpose, huh?
It appears to be.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We need to get her. We need to get her and the pole assassin to the BTT Christmas party.
What is wrong with you?
Me?
Like, why is that? Why is this? Oh, okay. We got Harper getting a call from the.
That was a YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Here she is. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see.
So is it pee or is it squirt?
It's all the same.
Oh no!
Come on.
It's
like tomato or fucking tomato. Come on.
He's resigned. He's resigned now to admitting it's all the same.
What are you seeing there, Harper?
She just pulled her pants down and just squats on this dude's face.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with y'all?
Bruh, that's what, dude, she just like pisses all over this guy.
I don't want to see that.
How come that gets on YouTube?
They got it blurred.
How come that gets on YouTube, but we can't get the V word?
And this guy looks like he just, and then the aftermath, the guy fucking acts like he just won a Super Bowl when she walks away. Oh. Jesus Christ.
Harper's acting like that video he sent us that time wasn't worse.
What video?
Hey, brother. X-nay on the X-nay.
Oh. I'm glad those days are over.
Yeah, we are too, because
aren't we all?
All I remember is Doc saying, God, now I got to figure out how to get this off my phone because one of the kids grabs it.
Yeah, there was that. Now, it's Thanksgiving. What are you doing to celebrate today? As this comes out?
Thanksgiving's the next day.
Yeah. What you got any big Thanksgiving plans this year, Harper?
No, I mean the same as usual.
You know what he's going to do. He's going to eat some turkey, some squirrel gumbo, and circle, dot.
We're probably going to go to my brother's house, and then we got to fit her family stuff.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
And this is your older brother.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest.
The baby.
Yeah, I'm the baby. A dingo ate my baby.
Jesus.
Now, Mike, what kind of, I know you're a curmudgeon, but Are you going to be? Is Pop coming over? What's going on here?
He's supposed to.
Okay, got the what has he got? The schools.
Winston 100s, asshole.
Winston 100s, bro.
What if he smoked Winston 100s?
Yeah.
You get it. You get extra tobacco.
I don't. That's a good question. Either that or
more tobacco.
Either that
black,
or
right.
Yes, Harper. He's black.
How many Pop-Pops do you know that are black? That aren't black?
Winston 100s.
That's what he had last time.
He's got smoke fucking Newports, bro.
Yeah.
Well, you see,
maybe that's what you're getting.
Sometimes you'll have some Black and Miles on them too.
And you get one. Hey partner.
No. I ain't smoking that stuff.
Hey partner. You want to fucking light up? You want to burn one?
No. Hard pass. Hard pass.
I think the other thing that we need to know is have the supply chains been fixed enough to get the Hennessy in the stores, Mike?
It's hit and miss, and it's not that I would buy more than this or would even buy this many. It's hit and miss, but it's like a 2-bottle minimum when you can't find it. Yeah, no. I said that's a shoot like for two bottle minimum if you can find it. They won't let you get more than that.
Yeah,
and it's hit and miss. Like you can find the VS, like that's just the regular. The VSOP, it's kind of tough to find. That's 2-bottle minimum. No one I know is rich enough to buy the XO, but the XO is also a $2 minimum. The XO is expensive, man. I mean, I told Doc how much it costs. I've never bought a bottle. It's too rich for my blood. $220 for a bottle of liquor. Because they're so limited on what they're getting in.
Oh, all right. That's crazy.
Yeah. What else? So in the interim, have you bought any season's greetings eggnog here?
I told you the last time I got that was the BTT Christmas party like 4 years ago. I ain't drinking that no more.
Wait,
man.
Really?
That Christmas party was 4 years ago?
Something like that.
I thought it was last year.
No, it's been a long time.
Oh well, it happened once. That's good enough.
Well, we'll see if we can do it again this year. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you and Mrs. Doc will let black folks in your house, so,
We already well, first of all, you mean
folk. Yeah, go ahead and tell me. If you could tell me the amount of black people that's been in your house, I'm gonna throw the D.O. Hewley line at you. You racist in the mother. Well, how about we talk some wrestling, or else we're gonna be blown up soon.
Oh, I am starting to get a little winded.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Every single time. So on that particular note, we're going to go to NWA Saturday Night on TBS from June the 30th of 1990. JR's got some words to say at the beginning of the show. He opens the show and he mentions that...
This is not the right episode.
Yes, it is.
Then I didn't watch this episode.
Oh,
What'd you watch?
On.
What did you watch?
I don't know, but not this one.
What did you watch? I gotta know.
7:14.
Why'd you watch 7:14?
I don't know. It's short.
I know why. I know why you watched 7:14.
Why?
Because of what we did Friday.
Yeah.
You got confused. You are a moron, and I'm not gonna tell the people on there why you watched 7:14, but just know he is a moron.
Oh no!
Well, I haven't seen this, but I gotta tell you, JR looks high here.
Dude, I cannot believe you did that.
What an idiot!
Now I'm ahead.
Well, not quite, because you still got 7-7 to watch, but we'll keep moving. So JR opens the show and he mentions that we'll hear more later about the Great American Bash from Jim Herd related to the Sting versus Flair match. And they're going to tease an announcement also from another announcement from Herd later on. I kind of like the tease. I'm not going to ask you if you got anything from this, Doc, because you didn't watch it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Damn. And then we get things kicked off the right way with the first promo in this episode. And we're going to hear from none other than the greatest NWA World Champion of all time, Tommy Rich.
Ladies and gentlemen, back to World Championship Wrestling. As we said, we're anxiously awaiting that announcement from Executive Vice President of WCW, Jim Herd, today about those stipulations. But first, I'd like to also welcome to the program a good friend, Tommy Wildfire Rich, former heavyweight champion of the world, who will be providing some expert color analysis for us here, ladies and gentlemen, in addition to being wrestling. Tommy, thanks for being with us.
Well, thank you very much for having me aboard. You know, somebody I'd like to say hi to all the little brothers and sisters and say, I smell some exciting matches coming up.
It's going to be a great hour and a half, as a matter of fact, here on TBS. Tommy, we all know the Horsemen like to interfere, and because the stakes are so high, 1 week from tonight in Baltimore at the Great American Bash, Jim Herd will announce the stipulations for the Sting-Flair match. How do you feel about that?
Well, you know, there again, I can smell something in there. I feel like that the Horsemen, you know, just like it's been said, anytime it takes a situation where they need 3 people, they're there. If they need 4 people, Flair one-on-one, I think Sting can win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk to Tommy more about that, but right now, let's go up to the ring in our first event.
Man, when he said I could smell something in the air, I ain't going to tell you what I thought he was about to say.
Yeah.
Weed and Badissi.
Doc, I know you didn't watch it. Any thoughts from Wildfire there?
I can smell a girl's booty hole from half a mile away.
I'm half fucking bloodhound.
Oh, man.
Poor Dutch.
Why you say poor Dutch?
Man, this is the best he can get. This is Smoky Mountain right here.
Yeah, it is.
This match? Yeah, this has got Smoky Mountain written all over it. The Southern Boys versus Dutch Mantell and Joe Kazana. We're in Cobb County at the Civic Center again, by the way. I didn't mention that.
Hey, we're at Cobb County in a few weeks too for the 14th.
They're going to be at the Cobb. They're going to go between Cobb County and I think Georgia Mountain Center a lot in the next.
I like just this. Buy this fucking building.
Yeah, just buy it, man. Make it the Impact Zone. You know, we say it every time.
You just muted yourself. I don't know what happened, Doc, but you're gone. We can't hear you. Did a kid walk in? He's still on, so that didn't happen.
Son of a
what?
bitch.
The Ethernet cord is busted up here, dude.
Okay. You were saying, you said we say this every, and then you cut off.
Oh, we say this every week, but man, I like this building.
I like this building too. It's not the biggest, but it's big enough.
This is the
big
exact
yet intimate.
Right.
This is the types of buildings they need to be running.
No, bro, for real, dude.
And I mean, unless it's a pay-per-view.
It's just crazy when you still see you. We're gonna be at the Omni. Why?
Yeah, and I haven't looked at the attendance at the Omni on those days, but I'm willing to bet it's
like what, maybe 3,000?
I don't want to speak for it unless I looked it up, but yeah, it's probably not all that great.
I just don't fucking get it.
I mean, that's not even the worst thing.
This is the same taping as 3 weeks from now, because the old broad with the white hairs at that taping too.
Yeah, they do. They did like these marathon tapings here, and like I said, Georgia Mountain Center. I think this was a Herd thing. I think Herd wanted to get him out of, if I remember correctly, Herd wanted to get him out of center stage. So that's why, like, a lot of times they'll be in Cobb County and Georgia Mountain Center.
Joe Kazana looks like Adrian Adonis trying to be Kevin Sullivan.
Well, you nailed it. This is Smoky Mountain Wrestling if we've ever seen it, with Tracy and Steve Armstrong and Dutch and Joe. The only thing missing is that's not our Smoky Mountain referee. But anyway, so this match, we get the picture-in-picture from Corny at the very beginning, where he mentions the Southern Boys versus the Midnight Express at the Great American Bash pay-per-view for the U.S. tag titles. Boy, Doc, that sounds like it's going to be a great one.
It's going to be a 6-star match, to be sure, I can imagine. I mean, just get your tickets now.
For real. And the Southern Boys are going to get the win. No real surprise that they got the win. I mean, you're building them up. They're going to be in a title match at the next pay-per-view, so it's not like you want to beat them here. When 2 weeks away, they're going to be fighting for the U.S. titles. Harper, you got anything from this at all?
No.
Kind of feel.
No.
Boy, Dutch is back.
He stays around for a while.
Who, Dutch?
No, I think he means his actual his hair back.
Boy, Dutch. Oh, Dutch. All right, I'll keep moving in if you ain't got nothing. Doc, I know you ain't got nothing.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
can't? Why was that a roll up? Why did he have to do a roll up? He can't hit a finisher on Kazana?
No, you just saw me fast forward. He hit the finisher and then he rolled him up.
Okay.
Another video package for Big Van Vader, who's going to be making his debut at the Great American Bash pay-per-view against the Z-Man. I don't know if they've announced it yet, but yeah.
God.
Vader and Z-Man. Just wait. The only way you're going to get that, is on Patreon at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. That's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. I got a feeling that's going to be a great show because really the first half of the Great American Bash was phenomenal. And then there was some stuff in the middle that wasn't the greatest. And then we got that great Sting and Ric Flair match that Doc is absolutely going to love and give 6 stars to. And we got some Braves baseball coming.
Yeah, they're playing Andres Galarraga in the Buck Rogers-led Expos tonight. See, I'm not just saying baseball needs to go. I know a little bit about the history of the sport, you shitheads.
I remember this fucking commercial.
God, it's awful.
The bubble tape or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Bubble gum, that stupidity. I'm going to keep rolling. Do you have anything else from these commercials, Harper?
Snickers satisfies you. No.
You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Tell you, man, they wear out the Alka-Seltzer commercials. Boy, it is 6 times an episode at least.
Well, when you're sitting around in the South eating fried food 4 meals a day, you're going to have some relief.
Let's go to Doc's favorite person in this promotion, Jim Herd, who's going to make an announcement about the stipulation that the dudes with attitude will be at ringside for the Sting and Flair match at the Great American Bash 1990. But let's hear it from Herd.
Welcome back, everyone, to World Championship Wrestling. As we promised, we'll go now to Executive Vice President of World Championship Wrestling, Jim Herd.
Hello, wrestling fans. Jim Herd again to go over the stipulations for the heavyweight title match in Baltimore on July the 7th, the Great American Bash. I'd invited all the horsemen here, but only Ole Anderson decided to show up.
I'm here.
Mr. Anderson,
I can't believe that you want to shake my hand.
Because I know what the future has in store for you.
Well, let me tell you something about
Wait a minute. I invited you here to listen, not talk. The stipulations fans, as we promised, are the super dudes surrounding the ring.
So,
on all corners, so that the interference of the 4 horsemen will be diminished totally. And Ole Anderson, I have a special stipulation for you coming up, and we'll talk about that later.
He called the dudes with attitude, which is a dumb name, the super dudes. He can't even get his own babyface faction's name right.
I don't understand. Why did they just redo it? Why didn't someone's like say, Mr. Herd, you called them by the wrong name. Can we redo it? I don't understand. Fuck.
Mike, you want to hear something crazy?
What?
Jim Herd right there is 3 years older than I am right now.
That's fucking nuts.
Let me go back so we can see him. Because, I mean, he's got a head full of gray, white hair. That means he's about 4 years older than me.
Jesus
right here.
Christ.
He looks like he should be 30 years older than all of us.
He looks like some fucking advisor for the Reagan administration.
He looks
they
like
got
a politician.
busted selling arms through fucking Central America.
He's fucking Oliver North.
God, he's only... I can't believe that.
That's depressing.
For real. Why do people look so old back then?
Dude, I know I don't look that old, man.
No, you don't. None of us do.
I don't look that old, do I, Harper?
No.
See?
I mean, you're getting some gray hair like you told me, but...
He looks like somebody's grandpa.
He does. He looks like he's almost 70.
Yeah, like he'd be driving an Oldsmobile Delta 88 with the Vietnam veteran sticker in the back window.
Meanwhile, I got a kindergartner.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
bro, you I asked Doc one time. I was like, when do you want to retire? He's like, I had these kids so late. I'm never retiring. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I thought I had some late, but whew, boy, you take the cake. All right.
Year.
So, Harper, I agree with you. Why the hell? Okay. Actually, Harper said something smart, Doc. I want to throw it to you. Knowing the bookers that you know, if someone would have gone to Hurd and said, hey, you said super dudes instead of dudes with attitude.
No, I didn't.
Let's redo it.
I just think they just didn't
look,
give a
I got a meeting to get to. I got 48 seconds for this, and then I got to get back up to the tower. So let's hurry up. Let's make this quick, and let's go. Come on. Time is money now. Come on. Work happens at work.
I got a meeting with Ruse and AMW Root Beer. Hurry this shit up.
I just, and the reason I asked Doc is because Harper does ask a good question, and my thought was all along, why didn't they redo it?
How many times have you said in a meeting in a corporate environment where the booker is just spilling 100% inaccuracies, and you're like, pay me. I don't give a shit. I ain't saying nothing. Man.
Kayfabe, brother. Kayfabe, brother.
He probably, what was probably happening is Hurd said, now, y'all hurry up. They're putting one of these new personal computers in my office. I got to get back up there. I don't know what it's going to do, but they tell me it's the next big thing. Maybe I'll book it to win the strap from Flair.
So pitiful, man. I'm with Harper. This is your number one babyface faction, and you called them the super dudes.
The super dudes.
So to recap, the dudes with attitude will be around the ring during the Flair and Sting match to help keep the peace and make sure the Horsemen don't get involved. And as much as I dislike Hurd, he did do one thing good here. He teased another announcement for Ole later, which that's fine.
The Horsemen have dealt with this before, so I think it'll be all right.
We'll see. Pillman's going to win this thing. Missile drop kick off the top rope. Jim Ross mentions.
Was Mike Thor a Smoky Mountain guy?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I don't think so, but I feel like we had a bunch
Talk
of
about
Mike
there's
there.
nothing boogie about you. There's nothing to Thor about that guy.
Yeah, he messed up a head scissors takeover earlier in the match. Just botched it. Pillman just looks at him like, what the hell?
Oof.
So anyway, Pillman wins, and JR does mention during the match that Pillman will wrestle none other than one of our favorite Smoky Mountain Wrestling talents, old Budro Buddy Landell will be on the pay-per-view. Opening matchup, by the way, too.
Well, I heard Buddy's going to go out and run about 5 miles and get a big stink on him before the match.
Something like that. We get a promo from JYD, Paul Orndorff, and the Steiners. It was nothing. They meat and potatoes. JYD, I tell you, you could just watch the visual of it on our video feed, and you'll probably laugh more at that than you would anything that's said in this match. Every dog needs a bone to chew on. I think I found my bone. Harper, did you have anything from this?
No.
Yeah, they don't really say nothing. Dog found his bone, and he's bro. Look at JYD cheesing after he cut that promo as he's hitting the RVD pose. Watch what he does. Look at him cheesing.
I did good.
Like, anyway, I got nothing from it. It's just they're talking about the match, the stipulation, and blah blah blah.
I liked it when Orndorff said,
I'm listening. Being that you didn't watch it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Boy, you pulled a Harper this time. After the promo,
the show's a lot better this way.
No, not quite. After the promo, look at JYD. He's still over there smirking.
Well, somebody's probably told him, if you cut this in one take, you get this bucket of chicken.
That's very racist what you just said. You know that?
It's
I don't
not racist.
appreciate
Who
that.
wouldn't want a bucket of chicken? If I
I
walked
don't-
out of
I don't
recording
appreciate
this
it.
show right now and there was a bucket of chicken out there, I'd be a happy motherfucker.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna tell you out there.
Alaska?
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
They misspelled Comcast cable down there
Okay, I was about to talk about this.
in Arkansas.
Yeah, Oh Jesus! It said COMN. We can't get nothing right. Prime Cable of Alaska. I was about to talk about this. You get Comcast
God,
Cable.
bruh.
in Mobile.
Yeah.
These are all the cable companies. They show a scroll type thing. To all
So
the
what's
cable
in
companies.
Louisiana, I guess?
Probably Cox.
They're not going to get to L on this first go round, I don't think. But
Let's see. S. Let's see.
they're not going to get to it. They're showing it.
Oh, that's
thought
all
they
in
were showing-
California. All right.
Yeah,
Fuck.
they're showing about
Yeah.
state.
Oh, well, fuck. They're going to be here all day then.
No, they only show like a part of it, and then they'll show the rest like later. And I think
Georgia. We're getting closer. No whammies. No whammies.
God,
Go on.
Illinois got a lot of cable companies, huh? Look at that.
Kentucky. God damn it.
Louisiana. Oh Jesus!
Illini.
Did you see that, Harper?
What did it say?
I don't even know cable companies. I've never heard of those places.
No wonder you couldn't get a
Fort
In
Collins.
Louisiana,
Allen's TV cable service.
Louisiana's I'm gonna think. I guess it's Illini Cable Vision Incorporated at Fort Polk, so they'll have it.
Fort Polk is in Texas, though, right?
Is there, bruh?
Allen's TV
there is a
cable
Fort-
service.
There's a Fort Polk.
It's in Vernon Parish.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a Fort Polk,
million?
Louisiana.
But
Bruh,
nothing,
Allen's.
nothing in New Orleans,
TV.
nothing in Baton Rouge.
Oh, God. So we couldn't even watch it, huh?
This can't be right.
That's just
That's
Allen's
not
TV
right.
cable service. Sounds like some fucking local asshole.
Doc, Google Allen's TV cable service, Morgan City, and tell me what comes up. I'm gonna keep going, but I'm genuinely curious about that. So anyway, they show a bunch of the cable providers, and now I'm doubting if this is even all of them or just ones that they have listed.
Well,
yes,
they are. They get 2.5 stars.
Gee, I'm shocked.
I
We
would.
all know.
It's still a thing.
Still a thing. I'm trying to get to these stars. How do I get to
Allen's
those?
cable
Allen's
service.
TV cable.
They're on Victor I. Boulevard in Morgan City.
Oh, boy.
I know where Morgan City is. I've been there a million times. I don't know where that is. Victor, whatever Boulevard. Hey, Harper,
Yeah.
look, the Ford Fairlane commercial.
I love that movie. It's so bad.
Did you really?
But it's so bad it's good.
That's pretty bad then. You still looking, Doc?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up these ratings. Oh, here we go. This is an outrageous amount of money for these channels. These is spelled wrong. These channels that only half work.
You think Louisiana people can spell? What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
1 star because most of our channels are gone and my favorite 40 is gone.
Favorite.
This is a outrageous amount of money for these channels that only half work. Fix your company or I'm switching.
If you're still with Allen's cable service in Morgan City.
Very disappointed in the customer service. They do not live up to their appointment times. Miss Georgia from the Morgan City office is extremely rude, loud, and dishonest. I have written numerous emails to this company about the extreme lack of customer service and honesty with no reply. They also tried to charge me over $1,000 for equipment that I called and told them I did not need, and they needed to come pick it up. They said they would come pick it up within the week. No one ever showed up or called us, and I was working out of state and was not able to bring the equipment. The only reason why this company gets 1 star is because there's no option for 0 stars. Oh no! Here's a 1-star review that says they have better cable service in rural Guatemala. Overpriced, horrible reception, and not many channels. City government has signed a lease agreement with them that gives them a monopoly here in Morgan City. It's take it or leave it. I choose the latter. These people are riled up.
Yeah.
Oh, here we got another one. If there was a way to give less than 1 star, I would. The absolute worst in every way. I have been a customer for over 12 years and I still hate them. The absolute worst customer service ever. You are bothering them when you call them. That sounds like Harper. They are the only ones at all for service in the area. That's the only reason they have customers.
So it's safe to say if you ordered the pay-per-view through them in 1990 for the Great American Bash, you didn't get it.
There's a good chance that you were watching Scribble Vision or Snow. Oh no, here's one from a Phil. This was 6 years ago. Nothing. The majority of the techs are idiots. The majority of the techs are idiots. Customer service is a joke. Cable always goes out during one of my favorite shows. They take off channels without asking customers' opinion. Unfortunately, I don't get satellite reception where I live.
What? You live on Earth? 'Cause, I mean,
well, this was 6 years ago, you know.
Unless you're in an apartment or something where you can't put a satellite dish up.
They're all. We could spend the rest of tonight reading 1-star reviews because that's all there are.
So, let's confirm then, based on that knowledge of more modern day times, they probably messed up the pay-per-view feed for the Great American Bash. If you are listening from Morgan City, email me at bookingtheterritory@gmail.com to tell me if they indeed aired it or not, and if you were able to watch it. All right, Doc, we'll keep going since you could read that all night. We go to Michael Hayes versus Jason Knight. I don't know if Jason Knight pissed Michael Hayes off at one point because I swear he threw a punch that he looked like he was a little mad, and then he dumped him out the ring.
Yeah, probably because he was fucking dancing around.
You think that's what it was?
I think that could have been it.
Yeah, because he was kind of showboating, and maybe that pissed off Hayes.
Yeah, like, who the fuck are you? Fucking jobber?
Yeah, because even there, he's like kind of just clubbing the piss out of him. It's like right here. Let me go back to it. See how he's dancing? Yeah. And then he's making. Stand. Yeah, and Hayes is like, dude, what are you doing? And then he chops him, and here it comes. He rolls Hayes up, and then Hayes gets up, and Hayes just looks mad. He could be working, though, but he's about to throw a punch at him, and I'm like, what the piss was that for? Here's the other thing that got me about this. Doc, you know how all the time you say, we talked about this, how he's supposed to be a heel, right? Well, he's like, before he's about to hit his finisher with a DDT, he's like basically Hogan ear, doing the Hogan ear. Like, I'm like, dude, you're a heel. What are you doing?
I think he always takes that approach in Georgia because he's convinced himself that they're baby faces 100% of the time in Georgia.
Maybe so. Right there, Hayes got pissed.
He's like, it was dude. Shit.
Yeah, he missed. There were 2 missed spots. They tried to go back to it.
And then Dick Dance.
Of course, he's Michael Hayes. What are you gonna do? And the eyeshadow and all. Anyway, Hayes ends up winning, does the DDT, and that was that. Harper, any other thoughts on this besides Hayes getting pissed with him?
No. Fuck it.
What's that?
Ole legit doesn't change his fucking clothes.
I think he's gonna have that on for at least another month or 2.
God damn.
That's his as Mikey and DFW says. That's his do somebody in outfit. I mean, he's just the old man. I don't know. He just doesn't change. I hope he's washing it. But let's go now to Ole Anderson, who says something to Herd.
Herd, you can put all the stipulations on me that you'll want. You can put those super dudes all around ringside and keep the horsemen back. But if you're thinking you're going to know, I've made sure whatever it took, I did. Flair's the champion. He's always going to be the champion. I'll think of something. I know you can't keep me from buying a ticket. Maybe I'll just buy a ticket and I'll get in that building. You figured out, Herd, you're dealing with somebody that's just a little bit smarter than you. It's going to take a lot more to keep me away from that match.
Now, Ole's calling them the super dudes.
You know what I think? I think he said, well, fuck it. I don't want fucking Herd to look like an asshole, so I want to call him super dudes, too.
Man, he should have just let him look like an asshole. I don't know. What do you think, Doc?
Maybe they were trying to change their names. I don't know.
The super dudes. Dun, dun, dun.
And then they got told, yeah, you can't do that.
Well, we move to the next match, and we've got Paul Orndorff versus J.D. Wolf. Guess we'll have to see if Ole, what's going to happen later on. This guy, J.D. Wolf, describes him.
He's a jobber that came out wearing a fucking robe.
I wasn't thinking about that. What about that hairdo is where I'm going.
It looks like he drives a fucking a dump truck.
Oh, man. 5th grade math teacher hairdo, dude. Let me tell you something. I know Harper's got some baldness going on, but he pretty much shaves his head. Bruh, if your head looks like that, just shave it. Don't.
That guy looks like he should be like, Billy, now if you can't figure out what the denominator is, you're never going to get to algebra.
Just shave it. Like, there's nothing that makes somebody look older than the patch of hair around the side and back.
It's like, Billy, there's going to come a day where you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket. So
yeah, right.
You got to learn this.
These kids nowadays, man, they don't really know nothing because they calculate it all. On that note, we go to the finish. Paul Orndorff, he's doing the Hogan ear to the fans, getting them ready for the pile driver, and he spikes this poor bastard on his head for the win.
Hold on.
Boom.
1, 2, 3. Mr. J.D. Wolf is out for the count. Any other thoughts on this?
Orndorff should steal his robe.
The super dudes.
That was a great moment in Smoky Mountain with the stolen robe.
Yeah.
That was good shit. Let's go now to Mean Mark and Paulie Dangerously. They've got a promo that they've got to cut here. Here it is.
You know, Mean Mark, I have been hearing these announcers in all their ignorance say that Lex Luger has a problem because you have an athletic background, because you had a wrestling scholarship, because you had a football scholarship, because you had a basketball scholarship. That's not why you got a problem in 1 week, Lex Luger. You got a problem because this is Mean Mark. A guy so mean that when he was 13 years old, he pushed his wheelchair-bound grandmother right down the stairs. That he spent 4 years in a juvenile home. That he's criminally insane. That he has no remorse. That he has no guilt. That he likes to end careers. That he likes to take food off of your family's supper table. 7 days from today, you become a former U.S. heavyweight wrestling champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event is...
Paulie's doing too much screaming. What do you think, Doc?
I also don't like that he's using the word criminally insane because that's Norman's thing for a little bit longer.
What you said, Harper, you agree with the screaming? It's too much?
Yeah, the screaming fucking turns me off.
I mean, it's not bad, but it just he didn't need to scream. It did the promo. No, it just didn't do anything. Anyway, Mean Mark's gonna take on Luger at the Bash, and although Paulie's usually a good promo, just way too much screaming, just way too much. I did kind of laugh that Mean Mark pushed his weird wheelchair-bound grandma down the stairs. That was
a good line.
That's nice. Well, he kills me with this. It's supposed to be a cell phone, but it's basically a cordless phone with the.
Yeah, no, it's like
It's the Zach Morris model.
It's just like a fucking GE cordless phone.
Yeah, that's not the Zach Morris model. Zach Morris actually had a cell phone.
But let's be clear. Who in that building's going to know that?
None.
Gertrude on the front row behind him?
She definitely ain't going to know because she's got the phone in her house attached to the wall in the kitchen.
She's got that big phone that if you picked it up by the base and clocked the robber, you could split their skull.
Bro, you imagine we used to actually live like that? The phone
that was no way to live.
Was in the kitchen.
Yeah, you would just sit there with that long cord and just sit there and
figure if you could get to the kitchen with the cord, or figure if you could that was stupid.
Fucking remember when you were good in your room talking on the phone, I got it. Hang it up.
I didn't even have a phone in my room until I was like, and when I say phone in my room, like it was the same line. There was no separate line, obviously. I was like 16 or so before that.
Damn, Mike.
Yeah, but I know what you're talking about. I got it. You screaming. Yeah. All right. Mean Mark defeats Dave Reardon, and he does his finisher. We then get I got a question for y'all. I need to go to this next commercial series because I remember seeing this damn commercial when I was a kid, and I used to like, what does that mean? So, first thing they show is a Tour of Texas bicycle race that is going to be tonight on TBS. Boy, can't wait to watch that cycling on Tour of Texas, the bicycle race.
Yeah,
but the main
it's in Texas, so everybody's packing heat and they just shoot each other while they're bicycling.
That's nice, Doc. Can you stop? That way we don't get off of
off
of our platforms.
I've been sent to spread the message.
Boom, boom.
God bless Texas.
I got a serious question for y'all. That I used to see this commercial all the time. I want y'all to watch it. I'm not gonna play the audio because I don't want to get dinged on the YouTube gimmick. But I don't think this is it. It's a commercial for Keystone Beer.
Oh,
and it says,
my God. Yeah.
It says bottled beer that tastes like it's in a can. Now, I never understood it because they claim they literally claim in the commercial that the can had a special lining. This is what they say in the commercial. What the hell does that mean? A special lining in an aluminum can?
See, I remember I think it was Keystone that had the bitter beer face commercial.
Bitter beer face. That was great. And they also had Keith Stone. Remember him?
Yeah.
The guy with the mullet.
Okay, so what was this just bull crap, false advertising?
I don't remember this.
It means that I don't remember it either, but it means that they used extra toxic aluminum. Probably.
What is it? The can is lined with.
So what they claim in this commercial, I believe so again, you'll see the graphic. They show a bottle and then the bottle transforms into a can. And what they used to say was they claimed the can, they claimed it was a bottled beer that tastes from a can that tastes like it was in a bottle though.
It was canned beer that tastes like it was from a bottle.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
And but they didn't just claim that. They claimed the big thing was they claimed the can had a special lining. And I was like, I was a kid. I didn't know what the hell that meant at the time. But now I'm like, God, that was some wrestling level bull crap.
Yeah,
probably.
I mean, nothing's coming up.
Yeah. Okay. It was just one of those things, man, where I was like, this definitely is work. These people are they're pulling the wool over somebody's eyes here. All right, the Goodwill games are coming in 20 days on TBS. Don't forget, don't miss them.
Yeah,
we got the Nature Boy Buddy Landell versus Jerry Price in the next match. Before the match begins, we do get a picture-in-picture promo from Budrow where he tells Pillman it's going to be bad news for him at the Great American Bash because right before he's going to run a marathon and work up a good stink so that, Pillman can't defeat him. Budrow is going to win this thing. He's going to hit the corkscrew elbow for the win. And that was pretty much it. I mean, Buddy's not going to lose here, just like Pillman wasn't going to lose earlier. He's going to pin Jerry Price. Doc, I know you don't. Go ahead.
Ranger Ross.
Where is Ranger Ross? And I got another question. Where's the woman?
Where's what?
Woman.
She's still around, isn't she? Oh, come on.
What? Might cancel him.
Why?
We have so many wonderful ladies that deserve your respect that listen to this show, and that's how you treat them, Harper? Come on.
I'm sorry.
I mean, these twats deserve your respect.
It's nice. You're just,
come on, man.
Being offensive, huh? You can't help yourself, right?
What?
I'm still trying to find this fucking Keystone can with the special lining.
By the way,
the lining is asbestos.
I thought Woman was still here, but Woman actually, as of right now, not saying she's gone from WCW forever, but she's done at this time.
Fucking Keystone. Jesus Christ.
So that answers that question. And what did you ask about Ranger? Which one of y'all asked about Ranger Ross?
Doc did.
Where'd he go?
He's in Grenada.
Ranger Ross is gone. Vegas. He's gone. April. Yeah. I thought he stuck around for a little bit longer, but April 21st. I'm looking at the records right now. April 21st, 1990. That was his last match. He teamed, ironically. It was him and Rocky King. Lost to the Samoan SWAT team, the SST. 2 months ago now. So yeah.
Well, with Desert Storm's around the corner, he can go fight in that.
When's he rob a bank?
Come on, man.
All right, sorry.
That wasn't him.
I know he didn't do it. Are you still looking at the Keystone Light nonsense?
No. I can't.
You bailed on it?
Yeah, nothing's coming up. I put a Keystone beer can with special lining and nothing comes up.
I'm gonna see if I can find it when we're done tonight. I'll send it to you. Buddy Landell with a high elevation on the corkscrew elbow, and Buddy's having fun out there, man.
Right, he's got a belly on him, huh?
He's a little chubby.
Yeah.
He's posing like Hogan. Buddy is a clown, bro.
Can you imagine having high school, junior history with him?
No.
I've always wondered when I see guys like that, how in the fuck were they when they were kids?
Smaller versions of that.
They never grew up, and that's why they were made for the wrestling business. Because wrestlers are the most immature jackasses and imbeciles on the planet.
Wow. That's nice.
Harper knows I ain't lying, man.
No.
That's what killed me years ago when Booker T and Corey Graves were having that stupid feud where Booker T said, I'm going to whoop him. I'm going to catch him coming out of a Starbucks and I'm going to whoop him. And I remember listening to a Wade Keller show where he's like, I can't believe how immature that is. Dude, wrestlers are the most immature humans alive. Anyway, let's go to Thunderbolt Patterson because he's going to set the world on fire right now with this promo.
Sunday the 15th, it's me and you again, Ole. It's a six-man tag meet, and I'm out there for you, to watch you, to keep you in check. You have mistreated and done people life for years. So now is the time to get funky on top of you. All you got to do is come down. Wherever you go, wherever you be, I'm going to be on you just like Stank is on. And I'm going to whoop anytime you get wrong. Anytime you move, I'm going to be there. I am your nightmare in the Army on the 15th. Want y'all to be there. Call somebody and tell somebody that I am back taking care of nothing but Ole Anderson.
What were those buttons on his coat?
I couldn't read them. I tried, but
I have no idea.
yeah.
Celebrate good times. Come home.
Dun, dun,
Bro,
dun, dun,
he
dun, dun, dun.
He can't finish a thought.
And he's not looking at the camera.
That
No,
looked like
he's-
some sort of sweaty cocaine 1987 religious cable access program.
Bruh, for real, dude.
He's got that Robert Gibson thing with the eyes.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, that's Harper, that's messed up.
What?
Harper said he's not looking at the camera. No, he is. The right eye's looking at the camera, but the left one's looking off in the
Let's see.
Towards Mars.
No. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does get the Gibson thing.
Yeah, he got the Gibson thing. I'm not trying to be funny and make fun of
He
Gibson.
looks like
but
he's got the cocaine sweats.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Why is he sweating?
He's in a suit.
Why is he in a suit?
Because he's a preacher.
It's what he looks
Why
like.
is a
To be honest
preacher on
with you.
TV?
I could see him at a podium preaching to a congregation.
He started a ministry around this time.
Let me tell you, if you move, if you move,
fill the plate.
Oh man!
If you move, fill my plate.
All right,
Can
we'll
we
keep
pass
moving.
the plate again?
The next match, that Thunder, dude, they're trying to get people into the Omni to see Thunderbolt and Ole, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, I just don't. It's like the Saints need a quarterback. We call Bobby Hebert.
Right? That's exactly what that is. Is Richard Todd still available from the early 80s? What about Ken Stabler? Oh, no, he's deceased. Bro, Harper, you know how earlier you said, like, people back then looked so much older than their age than now?
Yeah.
Bro, Ken Stabler, when he's, like, in his mid-30s, he looked like he was 60 playing football.
I wonder why that is.
Dude, he looks...
Cigarettes, you think?
I mean, when they were like 11.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I think it's more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think generally people look, this is a broad statement. So, and America is the most overweight country on the planet. But
you ain't lying about that.
But people do kind of take care of them. Like people that actually care, they do actually take care of themselves better than they did back then. I mean,
and even
not
the fat broads in scrubs with their son, who's their king, are working indoors and not out in the sun.
Well, it's just like, I mean, not as many people smoke, I don't think. Not as many people drink as heavy as they used to. Although, you got people like Doc who put them down with the best. But my point is, like, people kind of do take care of themselves better. Like, a lot of people do work out much more than many, many years ago. Now, the other side of that is we're also the fattest country in the world, and a lot of people eat like crap, and that's not a good thing. Now, I'm not trying to knock people. I'm just saying, like, in general, we actually do kind of take care of ourselves better. And, regardless of what people say, that it is a little bit of a healthier world now than it was back in the day. But, man, Ken Stabler at like 36 looked like he's 60 playing in the NFL. And I don't know if he was really 36. Doom just used the Road Warriors finisher, Doc, and they beat Larry Santo and Tim Parker. You got any thoughts from that?
Doom is impressive as always.
There was a picture-in-picture promo at the beginning of the Doom match from the Rock and Roll Express. They build up the match against Doom at the Great American Bash. Yes, the Rock and Roll Express are taking on Doom for the NWA World Tag Team titles.
I think they're going to be 5-time champs.
Well, stay tuned to see. We keep moving. We get a bunch of commercials, and then we soon after that go to a Sting promo. It's just Sting saying he's got a surprise for Ole, and it doesn't last any time whatsoever. It's very, very quick. Following Sting, we go back to another match in the ring. We got Tommy Rich versus Julio Barrera. Since, Rich is wrestling in this match, Rich has been on commentary. We hadn't talked about it because he really hadn't said anything noteworthy. Corny actually joins JR in commentary, and Tommy Rich ends up winning with the Thez press. It did look a little bit better than last week. Harper, any thoughts on this 6-star classic from these two that went way too long?
No. I mean, be honest, I fast forward through his stuff now because you've seen it so many times.
So,
wow.
It's good to know.
Thanks.
Work the body part and work the body part. I mean, there we go. Yeah, it's just...
Tommy is in better shape now than he was when he came, though.
He's what?
He's looking a little bit more trim.
Yeah.
He was kind of fat when he first came back. There he is. About to hit his finisher. It's coming up somewhere. At least I thought he was. I thought it was better than last week's, but anyway. And Doc, I guess you have no thoughts on this because, of course, you didn't watch it because boy, I want to tell the people why you didn't watch it. To show them how dumb you really are.
Wow, thanks.
What an idiot.
Boy, he puts his cock right in this guy's face on that Thez press, huh? Look at that. Just, there you go.
God.
Hold on.
Come on, bruh.
What a class
act. Am I wrong?
No. He's smothering it.
No.
It's the worst. It's worse than chin nuts.
He's like, suck it.
Swallow it.
Swallow it.
It's
Come on,
terrible,
boy.
Man. All right. We do need to go to a promo here. We're going to have Jim Herd has an announcement to make about Ole Anderson coming up at the Bash. So let me get it queued up now. Let's get into it shortly. Here it is. Jesus Christ, he really was on that guy's face like that.
Hello again, wrestling fans. Jim Herd here with Ole Anderson to go over the stipulations that we've outlined for the heavyweight title bout in Baltimore on July the 7th. Wait a minute, Ole. We've gone over the stipulations for the Four Horsemen, but you're a special case.
I want to ask you about another question.
You're a special case. These fans have been writing us about you for weeks now, ever since Capital Combat. We don't want to go into that again. We've told them that we're
Capital Combat. There was some argument about me being kicked off the TV. What's the deal there now?
That, for their information, that has been done. You will never be a commentator on any of our wrestling shows anymore.
Are you trying to take my livelihood away from me, Herd?
Your livelihood depends on how well you can discipline yourself and the Four Horsemen to work within the parameters that World Championship Wrestling sets. Now, the stipulation for Ole Anderson, his personal stipulation for the Great American Bash in Baltimore on July the 7th.
Hold it, Ole.
Time out. He's going to be handcuffed, ladies and gentlemen, and he's going to be handcuffed to...
I couldn't care who I'm handcuffed to. You get anybody out here and I'll drag that guy...
El Gigante. El Gigante will be handcuffed to Ole Anderson.
Are you crazy, Herd?
An entire heavyweight title match in Baltimore, July the 7th, the Great American Bash.
Are you out of your mind? What a...
Oh, God.
Doc, what are your thoughts on this before we keep going?
That's not good.
What's not good?
No.
All of it. Herd is so bad in front of the camera, and Ole's overacting to try to make up for it, and El Gigante is El Gigante.
Yeah.
You know what gets me about Herd? He can't focus. Like he's just not comfortable, and his eyes are constantly like wandering. He looks down, it's like he's looking at the time clock or something, trying to make sure he gets it all in a certain amount of time. And you're right, Doc. I do agree. I hate agreeing with you. Ole is overdoing it to like compensate for Hurd's deficiencies. Look at Ole. He's overdoing it. What else, Doc?
Yeah, Ole's better when he's just like, look, I'm not going to come out here and yell. We're just going to do this thing. And now he's overacted.
And Elegante looks like he stole Lasertron's gear.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Look at him.
What the hell is that supposed to be?
Aztec
he looks like
warrior.
He's something like a villain in those old Chuck Norris karate movies or something.
Yeah,
like you see on like the Charge channel at fucking 2 a.m.
Doc hit it. It's supposed to be like, if you look at the pattern on the shoulders and then on the waist.
On the belt, yeah. It's like an Aztec warrior.
Yeah. That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, boy. I play basketball and I suck at that, too.
That's so wrong. That is so dirty.
He even got schooled by John Concack, bruh.
Let's keep going. Ole Anderson and Ric Flair are not happy. Let's hear what they got to say after the Hurt announcement.
Here at the Cobb Civic Center shouting, Sting, Sting. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 week from tonight, Ole Anderson will be handcuffed to El Gigante at ringside. The dudes with attitudes will surround the ring, for the world's heavyweight title is going to be one-on-one.
I tell you what, I can't believe that Hurt would go out there and put that big monster and think he has to tie him up to me. Giant, you make one wrong move, you're going to have to worry about me. As far as those super dudes around ringside, I don't know if they're going to be enough to take care of the Horsemen. And as far as Sting is concerned, he might get a look at the belt, but when he does, he's going to be laying on his backside, because that belt's going to be around the man that's the champion now, and that's going to be the champion until the day he decides different. You tell him.
You know, Sting, it would appear on the surface as if you have everything going your way. Wrong. Let me explain one thing to you. You still have to beat Ric Flair. You still have to rise to the occasion. You still have to beat the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. There's only one. So in Baltimore, Maryland, remember these words. To be the man, you have to beat the man. Woo!
1 week from tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and right now, let's go back up to the...
Ole was loud here, and he was emphatic, but it wasn't... It was much better than what we saw him with Hurt.
He was much better on that one.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I feel like he's got a legitimate reason to be angry. He's like, God, why do I have to be handcuffed to this guy? What did you think, Harper?
I still fucking Elegante just fucking killed me.
Killed the hard on?
Yeah, it's just fucking elegant. Just okay, fucking just go out there and just wave your finger at him.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Tim Horner.
Well,
there he is.
Here we go. We've got. I thought Ole was good. I thought Flair was good. They shouldn't be happy. That's a
Flair's good.
Hell of a stipulation to put on them, and it kind of does even the odds. I mean, you got the dudes with attitude, or in Hurd's case, the super dudes around the ring, and Ole's going to be handcuffed to Elegante, stopping him from getting involved. So it seems like the cards are stacked that there may be a title change, and Sting might beat Flair. I guess we got to stay tuned.
I'm just going to tell you this. Sting does not have the makings of a varsity athlete.
Oh, no.
Boogie, nothing about him says computer or technology?
Something like that. I've never seen this bash, so it better be good. I've never seen it.
I have a feeling it's going to be a very, very good show.
You think?
Only on Patreon, our Patreon at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. where you get to hear Doc and I break down the pay-per-view in a couple of weeks. And you also, get to watch the video version. And you can watch the video versions of all of our shows at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT as we watch them, as we review them. We keep this show moving. The next match is Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, and Sid Vicious versus the Italian Stallion, Tim Horner, and Joe DeFuria. I don't know if that's being said right. Corny is still on commentary with JR, and Corny is on commentary fussing about the Jim Herd, that Jim Herd is stacking the deck against Flair in the main event with the dudes at ringside, and Ole being handcuffed to Elegante. And Doc, I'm going to play some audio, but I need you to watch what you say after this is said so that we don't get cut off of our various platforms that we're on. Okay, Pumpkin? Because Corny's going to say something that I know is going to make you lean into one of your political sides you like to lean into when you're playing that side and not the other side. Okay? Let's listen to Jim Cornette. He's got some thoughts about Elegante.
Completely dominate this contest.
Can that guy even speak?
He speaks Spanish.
Speak Spanish. That's the same thing to me. If you can't learn English, you shouldn't come to this country, in my opinion.
Spine buster by Double A.
He's a moron. He's a beast from some jungle down there in Argentina. You know where they go, all that stuff, What has he got? What business has he got in professional wrestling?
That guy 7'7" has business anywhere he wants to go.
These men are wrestlers.
By Barry Windham, and he
Jesus. Bruh. Let me say one thing. I thought when he said, I was like, all right, this is typical back then. Heel would say that. If you can't speak English, shouldn't be in the country. But when he did that, I was like, oh, damn. Because that was like the cherry on top of, wow. And he called him
but he finished
animal
it with
from
the truth.
jungle. Oh, God. What are you about to say?
What?
He doesn't belong in wrestling.
Well,
So wait, are we talking to the dudes with attitudes, or are we talking to the super dudes?
We're talking to the dudes with attitudes.
Or dudes with super attitudes.
Are the dudes with super attitudes. Are the super dudes with super attitudes.
Oh.
So Doc and Harper are talking about now, after those comments made by Cornette, obviously Arn, Barry, and Sid win. And then we see a graphic. Talk to the dudes with attitude. Saturday, July 7th, 7 to 7:30 Eastern Time on the Wrestling Hotline. 1-900-909-9900. Kids, get your parents' permission first. $2 for the first minute, 45 seconds for each additional. But can you imagine the kids that were calling this nonsense, trying to think they were going to get a hold to the dudes with attitude? And
I told you a story about Luke, huh? When he would
yes, go ahead and tell it again for our newer listeners.
He said that when he was a kid, there was a neighbor that had a cordless phone where they would just sit on the porch and talk on the phone, and they would leave it on the fucking porch, and he used to pick up the phone and call all these wrestling 1-900 numbers.
Is that where he really fed his love of Southern wrestling?
Yeah.
Bruh, did they? Okay, so I don't know if I asked you this. Did they ever get caught?
I don't know.
Can you imagine that freaking fool? The amount of money.
Yeah, someone
he ran up on
bill and who's been calling WCW hotline?
I don't even know what it showed up on the bill as. Like, what did it even say? Somebody out there will know. Somebody out there, look, you ain't got to send it to me on Twitter. Send it via email. I'll keep your identity hidden. I want to know what it said on the phone bill when you called that hotline. Because, did it say Turner? You know what I'm saying?
It's probably Turner.
Yeah, I would think.
Or WCW.
I bet it's some kind of weird name holding company for tax
That's
purposes.
Why.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking
bill,
that.
Like from the strip club comes in.
I bet it comes from Allen's Cable Service in Morgan City, Louisiana.
Oh boy.
We don't give a shit about our service or equipment because we're running a front laundering cash for WCW.
Keeping the show moving. The last match on the card this week is the Rock and Roll Express versus Joe Cruz and Mark Kyle. We do get a picture-in-picture from Teddy Long and Doom building up the match again between the Rock and Roll and the Doom at Great American Bash. The Rock and Roll kind of made quick work of this, like you would think they should. Maybe not.
Hey, half of this match is Smoky Mountain Wrestling match number 1.
Pretty much.
What did you say about Kyle, Harper?
Looks good there.
He got a good physique, man. I mean, he's not like chiseled, but he's a big dude. And I mean, I don't know. Killer Kyle was, I know why Corny kept him around Smokey. I think we talked about it on that show. He's good. I mean, he was just a good talent. Just don't put a microphone in front of his face. He's not Tim Horner, but you know, he just doesn't sound like he looks. He sounds like a big old country boy. And he was cutting a promo, like, I think with the Gangsters that time when he cut that promo. And it was like, wow, this doesn't match, but hey, it is what it is. Kyle looks good, though. Rock and Roll are going to win with a double drop kick, as you would expect. I mean, I don't think there's a shocker here from anyone. Doc, obviously you got nothing from this. Harper, anything from you?
No.
Yeah, it's very quick. Actually, not quite quick enough. But on that note, we do need to get to the finish in the last promo on this week's episode. So we're going to go to that now. Here is JYD and Sting and Paul Orndorff and Rocky King.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember, at the Great American Bash 1 week from tonight, the dudes with attitudes will surround the ring. Ole Anderson will be handcuffed to El Gigante. It will be one-on-one, Sting and Ric Flair. Rocky, what do you think about it?
The Four Horsemen, your days are number, baby. Ric Flair, Ole Anderson, you going down, baby. Let me introduce the next world heavyweight champion.
Well, okay, you know, we got it. I got it the way I wanted. Finally, Rossi, I got him around the ringside. Dudes with attitudes, Orndorff, JYD, Luger, the whole shot. Rocky watching too, with one eye open, and Ole Anderson, you handcuffed to about 7'7", and I don't know, 400 or 500 pounds, whatever he is. So everybody out there in TV land, pay-per-view, wherever you are, nobody will get ripped off this time. I'm not going to get ripped off. Everybody watching will not get ripped off because it will be one-on-one, a clear-cut winner. We're going to find out, really, if Ric Flair is all night long. Yeah! All right, dog, you got some responsibility. You and Mr. Wonderful, you're going to be around the ring. You're a guard dog.
Well, you know, I'm a guard dog, and the best thing for me to do is keep on the trail around that ring each and every time. And if anybody get out of place, the dog is going to take him a bite out of somebody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a big night. Mr. Wonderful's going to be there 1 week from tonight. You still got time to call your local cable company. And don't forget, this Sunday night on the NWA main event, I'll have a live face-to-face interview with Sting and Nature Boy Ric Flair. We'll have it right here tomorrow night at 6:05.
Well, that's how they go off air. We are a week away from the pay-per-view. I don't know if anything else more needs to be set up. They've put the stipulations down for pretty much all the matches, it seems. I have got no other thoughts. I think that promo speaks for itself. Doc, I'll throw to you first.
So this is the go-home show?
No, I think next week, you know how they've been doing it where they actually will do a show like leading up to it?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they do next week. So like next week ends up being the go home show, but I ain't watched it in a while, so I couldn't tell you, but I think that's what they do because I feel like they do that all the time these days. But what were you about to say? Go ahead and say what you were going to say. If this is the go home show, what would you say?
Not terrible, not great. Look at Rocky King back there.
Right. What's the purpose of him being there besides a joke?
I thought he was about to say something else.
I was afraid he was going to say something else.
Like the thing about it is, Harper, you know how a few weeks ago you said they were leaning into the stereotype with him, like real bad.
but it's.
I mean, are you saying that again? Because let me tell you something.
Right.
This is nothing.
Like Carrie, the movie Carrie, where like, yeah, we're gonna pretend like that you want to date her and all. It's almost like that's what they did to Rocky King. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna put you with Sting and the Junkyard Dog, and we're gonna move up the ladder.
They should have.
The thing is, it's gonna get even worse.
Yeah.
What they do. It's bro, what they do him in a few months.
Mm.
It is.
I feel like they've been test running this racism so that they could do that racism later.
Dude, Rocky King is the ultimate pin me, pay me. But what they do him in a few months,
you think,
is a crime. It is terrible. It does not age well at all. Look, bro, we've talked about like Archie Bunker and stuff, and you know that show not aging well. What they do with Rocky King in a few months, it goes beyond anything you probably saw on TV in that era. Like only wrestling could have got away with that. I think. I don't know, because it's so bad. Oh man, no spoilers. We'll get to it. But anyway,
and why would they be hanging out with him?
With Rocky King?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He's Dog's friend.
That's nice.
I'm just saying, you asked a question, I gave an answer. The ultimate pin me, pay me guy. Ultimate. God. Rocky King, you deserve better than what you got, man. Okay, so on that note, we do need to rate it, hand out some Rolexes. It's going to be interesting when Doc rates this thing this week because he didn't watch it. But before we do so, I want to remind you all, here we are. This thing drops on November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving. Use that Amazon Associates link of ours, tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. It is a great way to support this show without spending anything extra. You're already on Amazon, so shop and use it. Again, tinyurl.com. The day before Thanksgiving. I've said it like 6 times. The 24th. What did I say? 23rd? 24th. Excuse me, Doc. I didn't realize I need to get everything right when you can't even watch an episode. So shut your trap. tinyurl.com/Patreon/BTT Amazon. Give the link to the wives, girlfriends, side pieces, whatever you have in your life. Tell them to use it every time they shop on Amazon. Do like our friend JBL Objective on Twitter say. Go to their browser. Physically put it in the browser for them. Keep your mind out the gutter. Actually type it in the browser. tinyurl.com/BTT Amazon. And then I'm making the announcement now. As of the 24th, we are going to run a Thanksgiving special from the 24th through the 27th, that Saturday morning. Annual subscriptions on Patreon. You'll get 2 months for free. You got to sign up. You got to sign up between the 24th and 27th. It will not be extended any later than that. So you got 4 full days, 24th through the 27th, tinyurl.com/Patreon BTT.
When you go annual,
when you go annual, you get 2 months for free. That's 2 months for free. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Go do it now as you're listening to this, because if you put it off, you'll never get back to it. You know how that works with us busy folks in our lives. Okay, Doc, rate it, Rolex it. You go first. You didn't watch it. So if I hear D-, I'm going to scream.
I'm trying to remember all the things I saw. It was damn near like a Smoky Mountain episode.
Yeah.
I gotta say, not watching it was helpful. I'll say a B+.
A B+.
I don't know. I didn't watch this show. What do I know?
Hey Doc, guess what?
What's up?
Oh God.
I didn't watch it either. I started watching it, bro. Like, fucking remember That movie, The fucking Dirt Bike Kid.
No.
Well, it was on Amazon, and I haven't seen it forever. I was like, I'm gonna watch this, and then I'm gonna fucking watch the fucking the WCW, and I fell asleep watching the fucking Dirt Bike Kid.
I'm gonna say a B then.
Oh god,
we've hit an all-time low here on Thanksgiving this year. I made an honest mistake. I watched a show. It was just the wrong one.
I made an honest mistake too. I fell asleep watching the Dirt Bike Kid.
But you redeemed yourself by being on time today.
Yeah. You're welcome.
he wasn't better than on time. He was early.
You didn't tell him 6:15, did you?
No, we both did last week.
Yeah.
So he just was early, which was cool with me. Okay, Doc, what did you rate it? A B minus?
I said B.
What did you give it, Harper?
A B minus.
I give it a B. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll go B minus too. I think you're all.
And these fucking Rolexes are getting hard to give out, bro.
It's a stretch.
Because there's not really like a Rolex worthy.
No.
Promo. There's not any. No one.
They don't give anybody a platform. They don't give anybody a platform to shine.
No.
So do you want to, because there's nobody to really give the Rolex to, do you want to give out a reverse Rolex?
No, I want to give it to Cornette.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you do. For his political rhetoric. That's not a new thing. Corny said that in one of those promos from Worldwide years ago. We played it as a promo of the week when he said, what does the judge tell a Mexican in a three-piece suit in a courtroom? And Corny goes, will the defendant please rise? And so, I mean, he's been on that thing where he goes to Mexican folks. Nothing new. But he did bad, man, with that. I was like, Jesus Christ, Corny. All right, so Corny's getting yours too, Harper?
Yeah.
Well, hell with it. Corny will get mine as well on this week's show.
Fun of Latinos.
Man, he went in. Okay, well, a couple more things before we get out here. The first thing is, it's still not too late. I mean, I know it's the day before Thanksgiving, or maybe you're listening to this on Thanksgiving morning or that weekend. You can still purchase your very own video from Hardbody Harper. You can get a video shout out. You can get relationship advice. You can get or send someone relationship advice, or have Harper cut a promo on a friend or family member. The family members that you hate. Get Harper to do that. It is a great way to spend money because it'll help you get some aggression out. So all the things you'd want to tell your family member, just get Harper to say it, and they'll be laughing. Oh, that's funny, when all along you're like, nah, that's a shoot, brother. So again, email Harper at chrisharper16wildcat@gmail.com. Again, chrisharper16wildcat@gmail.com, and tell him what you want in your video. And after you email him, don't forget to PayPal him to cc30388cc@yahoo.com. That's cc30388cc@yahoo.com. Make sure you PayPal him the $20 and make sure you email him as well. What you got, Harper?
You know where Darren is right now?
Oh, boy. Let's hear it.
Him and his girlfriend went to Disney World. And he's texting us all this stuff. He's like, oh, I can't wait till tonight. We're going to the Epcot Center. That's my favorite. And like, I said, man, y'all should get married there. Y'all could have like Donald Duck as the best man, and it'll be great.
Doc, I need you to say something witty.
Does he have any children with him?
No, it's just
then he's the child. That's it.
He's the child.
Look, if you're taking your children to Disney World, Disneyland, anything like that, it's kind of it's your job. You got to do it and you got to go. But if you're just going because that gets you off, you need to reach back in the gimmick box and get a different one.
I thought he was gonna say what he says in the Thanksgiving promo that is about to be played at the end of this episode as I send us away. I thought he was about to say, get your head in front of the whole shotgun. Because that's the old one he used to say.
Well, I'm a baby face now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You're a baby face. Harper, are you serious?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna look at his pictures.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there he's in Disney. Oh yeah, there he is on the Jungle Cruise, and it's a small world.
Oh, what the hell, Harper? I mean, come on, bro. I mean, y'all act like y'all so mature. I mean, y'all get on a freaking wrestling podcast and talk about Jaworski cranking off and eating ass, and I mean, come on, Harper. I mean, talk about GYD. Talk about Bruno.
Yeah.
Disney World.
Disney World.
Hey, Harper, you think so? How long's he been with this?
How are they making it at the shoot job without him?
I guess they're getting by.
Well, wait, Harper. How long's he been with her?
I don't think a year.
I've taken
that better be Christmas and Valentine's all in one.
Boy, you know he's spending a grip on her.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, huh?
Harper, how she look? Ain't that?
Come on, bro.
Come on.
Yo, asshole.
I didn't say anything.
You can't tell me Doc ain't wondering.
She's a lovely lady.
I bet
she's nice. She's the nicest wildebeest in the bunch.
Come on. You're a fucking dick.
It's messed up.
Oh, come on. I mean, Darren's happy.
Look, bro, I'm not trying to be. I'm more amused at the fact that he's in Disney World.
Yeah, he's in Disney World.
Like, come on, grow up. You know.
Well, they got that fucking Star Wars shit now, huh?
Okay, but it takes some gigantic balls to call out telling somebody else to grow up when that's your idea of a vacation.
I could just fucking loser, like on the fucking Disney Channel. I'm Darren, and you're watching the Disney Channel. He's doing the little magic wand thing.
We'll be right back with more DuckTales.
Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch!
DuckTales. Ooh.
Oh my God.
I mean, you guys can laugh and all, but DuckTales is pretty fucking funny, man.
Y'all think it's all funny enough, but I mean,
busting, baby doll's guts out.
That's what Darren's gonna be doing later tonight, Harper.
Yeah. He's gonna have his fucking the fucking Mickey Mouse fucking ears on.
Jesus.
Oh my God! All right. Before.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh my
Why'd you
God.
talk about Bruno?
Well, we do need to get out of here, but like I said, we are going to play the How to Bless Your Meal BTT style on Thanksgiving night. Hopefully you're listening to this before you go to your family's Thanksgiving dinner. This is an annual tradition like no other. We play it every single year. So that's coming up shortly. I do want to give a special shout out to OVP, Our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata and Michael Quinn, the northern version of BTT, slightly classier, a little bit more professional, but still fun nonetheless. They support us. Please support them and check them out and listen to their show. And also check out the Bottom Line Cast with Mike Prue and JV. They actually handle our show on our Patreon feed for the ECW show, and they do a show on the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin. So check out their free show as well. On that note, Doc, I'll ask you if you got anything else before I throw it to the blessing of the holiday meal.
No, man.
It's a tradition, a wonderful one.
Hey, I do have shit. You know what I'm gonna be doing? While y'all are all suffering through your miserable Thanksgivings, I'm gonna be getting knee walking drunk and watching the Cowboys handle up on the Raiders.
Okay. We don't care. How's that sound?
Everybody cares.
Harper,
I know Texas, and I know that there ain't nothing good that's ever come from that filthy, white trash, honky state of Texas.
That's right, Gary. You tell him. Harper, anything else before we throw it to the holiday meal? I want you to hit the book it line, but we'll hit book it. We'll go to the holiday meal. And on that note, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We hope you had a blessed one. And Christmas is coming. Don't forget to use that Amazon Associates link, tinyurl.com/BTT Amazon. Harper, hit the tagline. Let's go listen to the holiday meal.
Book a bitch.
The other thing here is this. You ever heard, I mean, not you, you're going to be eating SpaghettiOs, but you ever heard those families that have those traditions where they'll like sit at the table and go around and everybody's got to say what they're thankful for?
Yes. Yeah. God.
Mostly white people do this kind of stuff, so you might not know about it.
My dad's side of the family used to do that shit.
Well,
we go around for like 5 million years. Like, God, dude, can we cut this fucking bird? Because you always got some long-winded motherfucker who wants to talk for 20 minutes and tell his whole goddamn life story.
Now that's where I'm going here. So this year, if your family starts this horseshit thing.
Damn.
Roundabout. I want you, faithful Army member, to stand up, sit down, whatever it is you do, and tell your family how thankful you are for the Book in the Territory podcast. And here's the thing. I can't promise you a shirt because I don't have access to them, but if you have some sort of video evidence of you doing this, and shocked and disappointed faces on your family members, so this isn't a work, and you send it to Mike, he's going to do something for you. I don't know. We'll shout it out on the air. We'll put it up on the YouTube page. I don't know, but I want video evidence of you just ruining your family's Thanksgiving by getting us over. That's what I want. And here's the thing. It's easy. I'm gonna tell you how to do it. It's a filibuster. Basically, you're hijacking this bullshit activity. So somebody's going to walk around and think that they got sober this year, or that they found the Lord this year, or that New Year, New Me worked and they lost 3.3 pounds this year. You stand up and you say, man, I'm thankful that every Sunday night and every Thursday night, Book in the Territory comes out. Man, those guys are awesome. There's this ex-professional wrestler, Mike, and this guy named Harper, and the real star of the show is Doc, and he does all this, and you just keep going on and on about the show and see how long you can go before you get kicked off the stage. That's what you need to do. And see, you get us over, you videotape it, you get, internet famous, and you teach those sorry-ass family members of yours never to do this stupid shit again.
Where did you just come up with this on the fly, or did you have this as a note written down?
It just popped into my head. I always have random thoughts. Like I'll send you a text or an instant message, and you're like, "What the hell are you thinking?" These things just pop up in my head, and I was disappointed this week because I didn't have any Docaholic spotlights. I need something from the Docaholics out there to make me giggle, and this would do it.
Bro, do you know what's funny is, and we're getting ready to get out of here, but who knows, there may be a world-class championship wrestling patron preview at the end of this if we can get to it tonight. But the funny part about that would be so awesome is that if at the end of the person giving the speech about how great Book in the Territory is, they said two things, and I hate to do this again, but they said, I'm just here to
be blessed and be a blessing.
And then they said, book it, bitch.
And just sit down like you didn't do anything out of the ordinary. Fold your hands together and just look at the next person around the table.
Look like there's nothing out of the ordinary. It just was like a normal day, normal Thanksgiving. Nothing else happened.
Just kind of do that kind of like self-assured, knowing nod to the Aunt Janet who's next, and like, it's your turn.
Right. And then just keep it moving, and then maybe hit him with.
Yeah, I say, baby's got a pot roast on.
Like, time to eat, motherfuckers. But thank you, because I was blessed in being a blessing.
Well, I was just thinking, if you're like your little Uncle Jimmy is next, you could be like, all right, little feller, it's your turn. And slap him on the back.
All right.
What you ought to do if you want to like really spice, this is another alternative idea, is just speaking kind of the wrestling things that we talk about. Talk in drops to all your family members. Call everybody a little feller. And, just every time anybody says it, that's real classy, Aunt Janet. Just
would be awesome.
Just start a conversation about the merits of the Golden Girls and Pop Tarts and
it would be so great.
How you're thinking? Tell like, especially if you're college age, tell them like you're thinking about relocating to the Smoky Mountain area. Just see what happens.
I can see somebody like somebody's uncle or aunt who's like old and is like, oh man, you ever tried such and such? Boy, that's hard to do. And like the guys at the table, one of our listeners just goes,
it ain't that fucking hard, guys.
And here's the thing. These holidays are painful, man. You got to get through them however you can. So, I'm going to be watching the Cowboy game, which might end up making it more painful. I'm probably going to be drinking as much as I possibly can. You gotta combine some shit. So drink a lot. If you got somewhat long hair, you could fluff it a lot like Dr. Tom all day. Just got to try to pop yourself and get through this day.